In 1991, I made the journey back to Italy with my wife and fellow comrades of the 10th Mountain Division. The jet airplane sure beat the troop ship of December 1944.
That was the biggest cruise ship, civilian cruise ship we had at the time. Put 2 regiments in there, 2 regiments. Crowded us like sardines.
We arrived in Florence, Italy, and visited the National Cemetery. I was struck by the number of soldiers buried here, and how very lucky and grateful I was to be standing here after 46 years. I came upon the grave of a good friend, Lucien Bedoin, and stayed a while, remembering him and feeling so many emotions.
So just before we started to move, Bedoin came around. He was told to move. So that's when I saw him and I shook hands with him and ran by. So I said, take care of yourself. I said, we're going to be up there too, so, you know. And go pick up the dead, throw him in the half track they call that. So we used to throw over the board and let him go and they hit the bottom and pow. Those were people.
From Florence, we traveled to Mount Belvedere and climbed towards the summit. I walked by myself for a while to an area I remembered during the battle on the nights of February 18th and 19th, 1945. I could still see explosions, the mountain lit up, and all of our fallen comrades.
The weekend came, and the captain came, and the captain or the general, and he says, I want everybody that is going to leave on a Monday or Tuesday for the front. I want everybody to go to church. No matter what kind of church you go to, no matter what kind of communion, go to communion if you can, because it's the last time that, you know, then you'll be in combat and it'd be good for you if you go to church. So everybody went to church. Everybody go to communion. And then the next day we load up in trucks and took up to the mountain, take Mount Belvedere and Riva Ridge, and the words were going to come after. And then when we started to move, then they said that we're going to move the bottom. We're going to move at the foot of Mount Belvedere. We're going to bivouac over there, stay there. They can't get us over there because it's too far. The artillery had to go overhead, and they couldn't reach us except for Boulder. But so we're already. So then they planned the attack. First Riva Ridge. After they took Riva Ridge, which was the left flank, then they gave the orders to us with 10 Mount. Well, it was all 10 Mount Division. It was dark then. It was still 7 o'clock, and everybody had to be on top by, I think it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
I noticed that an old shack that my platoon, the Pioneer Platoon, had stayed in was still standing. I went inside to reminisce and think of those days so long ago. A relaxing, calm feeling came over me. A burden I've carried a very long time was let go. Our group continued on to the Po River, where we came upon the location where a bridge had been blown up by the Germans. I remember being on guard duty one morning and watching over German POWs. 88 airbursts being fired on us. General Mark Clark appeared and came up to me. We spoke, and then he went down to the river's edge. All of a sudden I felt safe, and not as frightened of the 88s, watching a 4-star general looking calmly at the river, just thinking by himself. It's just one of those strange little things I chose to remember.
It was scary anyway. At night there you had to dodge the shell. They knew we were coming up with ammunition, German, so they used to shell us all the time with their artillery. And their 88. It used to be accurate, through the 88. They shoot it. It's an 88 shell, and it's one of their best guns in World War II. If they didn't get you the first one, they get you the second. When we came to the Po Valley, then we got on trucks, and we were loaded on trucks, and that's when we made a bridgehead. A bridgehead is, you try to get as close as you can to the enemy so they don't blow the bridge, so you can go across. And we did about 6 or 7 of them, 10. But the Po River, we couldn't save it. They had it all wired up way before, a week or 2 weeks before.
We had traveled through many hill towns we had liberated, Lozano, Cividale, and Lake Garda, to name a few. The people were just as friendly as they were 46 years ago, drinking wine, eating bread, playing music, still happy to see GIs. What the 10th Mountain Division accomplished 46 years ago was a great thing. I could feel it and see it in the Italian people wherever we went. In 1992, I attended a reunion in Vail, Colorado, hoping to see some of my buddies from the Pioneer Platoon. I was very excited to find our platoon leader, Lieutenant Charles Hopman, and 6 other close comrades. To this day, I am proud of the 10th Mountain Division, sharing stories with my wife and children, and even now my grandchildren. I will always remember the good times, the difficult times, and the boys who grew into men, and the man who I will always be forever indebted to, Platoon Sergeant John Motner, killed in action in the North Apennine Mountains.